So I have a question for you. Have you ever just felt so frustrated in your life, in the direction of where you're at and the things that are going on? And it just seems like how one thing just affects the other thing and how one decision goes with the other one. And you just want something to stop. You feel like whenever you go to pray and you feel like prayer life is just non-existent. You just want something to work. You want something. You just need a change. You don't feel like you have any purpose. You ever felt that way before? Man, I have. I have asked so many questions in my life. I've asked those questions like, why can't I just know what to do? Why don't you just speak audibly to me and just let me know what I'm supposed to do? Just tell me the date of when I'm supposed to make a change and all this and that, and I'll do it. And then everything would be much better. It just would make sense. You'd think that would be great. But that's not how that works, is it? It doesn't seem like it does. It doesn't seem like, and then you wonder, then you hear stories about people that you're like, God told me to be a part of this. This is exactly where I knew God wanted me to be. And you're wondering, how in the world did God tell you to be a part of that? Or how did I know that this is how it needed to be? Ben, it's prayer. And that's not the answer that you want to hear. I know it isn't. Sometimes it's not the answer I want to hear. But I know that it's prayer. And you just got to stop and you got to think to yourself, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Those are the differences between those people and that are struggling to find their purpose, to find their understanding, and to know what it is that they're going to, and then those who are not. And it's prayer. Now, don't get me wrong. Those people that feel like they have it all together and it seems like God is talking to them, they struggle too. Everybody struggles. But there's a time when God's will just seems like it aligns the way it's supposed to align. And your will aligns with God's will, and it's because of prayer. You know, when I talk to my wife and we have this understanding and we come to a cohesive agreement and my will aligns with her will, and we just have this perfect alignment in our house, and things are going great and things are aligning the way they're supposed to be. It's because we've had years of practice. We've had years of communication together. And that's what it needs to be with God too. You've got to have years and hours upon hours of communication with God in order to be able to see how your will aligns with His will. One verse that stands out to me that says, all things work together to those who love God and are called according to His purpose. And it's that idea that it's called according to His purpose. Is your purpose aligned with His purpose? I love this proverb, chapter 16, verse 3. It says this: commit your work to the Lord and your plan will be established. And it doesn't say work hard and your plan will be established, or set things in motion and have momentum and things will be in motion or things will be established. No. It says commit your work to the Lord and your plan will be established. Your will has to align with God's will, but it takes hours of prayer. I wished I could just pray one time and God will show me His will, but it's a lifelong process. It's hours upon hours, and if not years of prayer life, of practicing righteousness, practicing that prayer life to be able to align yourself with God's will and to follow what God wants you to do. Follow that purpose, follow that will, and you'll have those plans established because you've committed them to the Lord. And then you will know what it means that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's what's got to be done. Hours of prayer, years of prayer. Align yourself with God and establish your work to Him, and your work will be established and your plans will be established. All right, guys. See ya.